It's interesting. Vine's become like a journal. It's like it's an updated journal of where you are and what you're doing.
So I feel kind of creepy because I feel like I know where you were recently because I saw your Vines.
But my friends will say the same thing. They'll be like, oh, I feel like I was in Hawaii with you because I just saw you post 7 damn Vines a day. I'm like, well, don't follow me.
All right, well, speaking of that, I want to take a look at some of your Vines since we have you here. And by the way, we had a really hard time picking ones that we could actually play.
Yeah, good luck.
That were, that were, I guess, PG enough and not too, R X-rated. But the first one, Contradiction Rick. So let's take a look at one of these.
Great.
Contradiction Rick, that fat skinny leg. I'ma walk forward. Shut up when you talking to me, boy. Contradiction Rick, that fat skinny leg. I'ma walk forward. Shut up when you talking to me, boy.
Oh, I never realized how not funny I am.
So how much thought actually goes into that? I mean, because clearly you had the mustache and the hat and you had the props.
Hours of work. Not too much thought. I mean, once it's in the execution, like the idea could just come and you just do some. Look, the whole point is that it's just silly and fun.
I mean, let's say that you're walking down the street and you're in New Orleans, or even if you're just in LA. I mean, you're an MTV VJ, you're an actor, you did stand-up, you have your comedic rapping career. Do you get recognized more for those things or for your Vines?
Well, lately it's interesting you say that because lately it's been the Vines because it's just so current and it's right now and it's, people's attention span's pretty short and their memory, like, even before Vine, if I dig in, they'd be like, hey, where do I know you from? And that, you never win that one. Like if someone says to you, where do I know you from? You have to look them up and down and assume what they might have seen by their age, range, their, whatever. You do the math and be like, okay, I got to make this short as possible with this person. So then you start rattling off like, oh, I was in Scary Movie. They're like, no. And you're like, I was in a show with Amanda Bynes called What I Like About You. No. I was in a show called Jack and Jill with it. No. And then you just sound like such.
Is that just deflating?
You just can't win that one because you're just, and they're like, no. And you're like, okay, so what? Like I don't know.
You did some porn in the very beginning of your career too. Does anybody ever come up and recognize you from that?
You just did. But at the end of the day, I was thinking about the Vine stuff. I'm not getting paid for it. I'm putting myself out there 7 times a day, over and over in front of millions of people. So then the other day I went out for my friends for a drink and it was really to the point where people were bothering me, coming up, hey, oh, I love your Vine. Can I get so all this stuff, and usually you get compensated. If you get a little bit of fame and you give up your privacy and go to a bar and get a drink, at least you get paid for that sacrifice of that space.
And here you're doing it all for free.
And I realized the other day I was like out with my friends and it was just nonstop, relentless people coming up, your Vine. I'm like, I did this to myself and I'm not even getting paid. There's got to be something.
The downsides of being Vine famous.